Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys had a lovely holiday. It was very long. I feel like I haven't been filming for like a month. Boy oh boy, it has gotten cold, and that's why I'm resorting to this jacket right now. I'm just living in the fluffy life right now. My nose is like real runny. I don't know why. I'm not sick, so I'm sorry if I sniffle. Well, today I wanted to go over a plant that I've had for a few months now. It's the Philodendron Brasil. Here she is. Isn't she pretty? She's still not that big. She's spread out a little bit. It's a girl. It's a girl. She's spread out a little bit, and honestly, when I went to Paris for a week, my boyfriend was in charge of taking care of the plants, and he didn't really take care of them, but it's fine. You know, it's to be expected. It suffered a little bit when I was traveling and everything, because that's what happens if you don't have like top-notch plant people at your aid. It lost some leaves, which I was upset about for a little bit, but it's okay. You know, we move on, and the plant survives, and she will keep thriving. Let me just go over my little care tips on how you can get this guy to flourish in your home. Wesley, come here. He literally won't even open both his eyes. I keep trying to beckon him over here, but come here. Wesley. So the light needs for this guy is very similar to the pothos, I would say. You want it to be somewhat near a bright window, but it doesn't have to be right up by the window. Mine is about 5 to 6 feet back from a south-facing window, and it loves that ambient lighting just fine. It's been pushing out all these new leaves, if you can see them. Here, I'll zooming. It's pushing out all these new leaves. If you can see these little babies, and these little like stick things, that's where they shoot out new leaves. I'm sorry, these stems, these stick things. So this is where the new leaves kind of come out. You see that right there. So it's just pushing out new growth like crazy. It's very similar to the pothos in how quickly and how prolific it is. See, this leaf is kind of suffering. I feel bad. But look at this gorgeous new little leaf. It's very light lime green. And some of them come out looking like this, where they're just immediately, you know, multicolored. So you just kind of get a mix of all kinds of different leaf colors, which I love about this plant. It's just really, you know, you never know what you're gonna get. But I haven't noticed a difference in like the color of the leaves versus like if it's closer to the window or further from the window. I've only had it in that one spot, a few feet back from the window, but I'm sure if you put it closer to the light, it'll be even more multicolored, and you'll have more variety in the leaf color, which would be pretty cool actually. I would consider this a lower light plant. I think it could handle being even further back in the room. But it definitely does not require bright or any direct light whatsoever. So just a few feet back from your brightest window would be ideal, but it can handle, I think, lower light for sure. It's very similar to the pothos. If you have that already, you can easily get one of these and you'll be fine, and so will the plant. I keep hearing all these weird noises in my house, and I'm like, what is that? It sounds like my phone is vibrating, but it's not my phone. So I'm like, what's that noise? It's always when I'm home alone too. The soil for this I have in a mixture of cactus and potting soil. I just always like to ensure that there's good drainage, because you never want your plants just like drowning silently to death. It's always good to ensure that the water can exit the pot very quickly. Terracotta is also very good because it's breathable. It releases a lot of excess water that's just like sitting in there, and it's just like, you know, breathing it out, because clay is very porous and releases a lot of excess moisture, which is great for houseplants especially. Another thing I do is I put rocks on the surface of the soil, and that just kind of helps contain all the moisture, and it keeps bugs off of it. and it helps displace the water when you're watering it, so it's not just like, you know, a little hole where the water went in. It doesn't like move the soil. The rocks just make sure that the water is evenly distributed around the surface of the soil, which is really helpful. So the watering for this guy, oh, I almost dropped it. The watering for this guy is very similar to the pothos. You just kind of keep an eye on them, and when they start to get a little droopy, that's when you can give it a thorough watering, or when the soil surface is really dry. I think while I was traveling it didn't get any water the entire time, and it did suffer a bit. It dropped some of its leaves, some of them turned yellow and died. So you want to avoid that. So definitely water them when you think it's a little dry at the surface, because you really don't want to let them dry out too much, or else, you know what I'm saying. Overall, guys, this plant is super, super easy. I would highly recommend it. You really don't see them that much in like nurseries and stores and stuff, but I got this plant online. I'll put the link down below to where I got it. It was very cheap to buy, so it's not like big spender over here, you know. Very reasonably priced, under $10. They're so easy to take care of, very close to the pothos, like I've been saying. So definitely an easy beginner plant, good for lower light. So yeah, check out the Philodendron Brasil, go get one. I hope this video was very helpful, guys. If you have not subscribed or liked anything, or if you have no idea who I am, just go check out the channel. Please subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you guys in the next one, I hope. I don't know. It's fine. Either way. Mwah! Happy New Year! The plant says goodbye.